There is something about eclipse season that draws us deep down into the knowingness of our divinity, of the sacred fire, the first fire that burns within and without and beyond. Something that honors the power of the shifting seasons and the forces of nature. There is an energy that stirs, a momentum that begins to roll. The mysteries of the sun and moon come into alignment and reveal for all to see the power of sacred union. The light and dark become one, masculine and feminine married in a harmonious melding of flowing photonic and effervescent twilight. For a few brief moments here in the material realm, deeply entranced in the tick-tock of linear time, we are shook awake from our slumber to bear witness a visible demonstration of divine order and sacred embrace. The past and the future are indeed one. The time, day and night, night and day are swirling into one awesome now. Looking up to the sky, we are bestowed the gift of convergence. And whether we are aware of it or not, we stand in attendance of our own birth from both inner and outer vantage point. Born through the veracity of the ring of fire, new life takes its first tender breath. The shelter of the womb now ends, and the separateness yet undeniable connectedness of the next stage of life begins. New things with wet wings, crying out for our safety, vulnerable and naked to the foreign elements and atmosphere. So too we are now born. So too are we now beating with new heart, higher heart, with increased capacity and unseen chamber. If you doubt your transformation, your becoming, if you do not stand in awe of your wingspan and refined form, then I beg of you to look again. Think back, my beautiful harbinger of daylight, to the version of yourself that made its way through the dark and dingy layers of reality just a few short years ago. The small and disempowered you, the self-loathing you, the judgmental you, the fearful you. Oh yes, love that version of you sleeping soundly upon a long and fretful dream. But cast your eyes upon yourself and see how much bolder and brighter you have become. How much lighter you step, how much louder you laugh, and deeper your belly shakes. How much taller you stand and wider you smile. Oh yes, take in the luminosity of your skin, the twinkle that now sparks from your eye. It's a knowingness, a pleasantness, a magical air that no money can buy. Do you see it? I do. It is the gift that comes with healing, with wholeness, from long nights sweetly attending to that lost child crying in the dark, spent and broken. The reparation that creeps up quietly as we devote to our ritual and meditation, through our dedication to loving the self. Those days and nights of chopping wood and carrying water. It's a confidence that resides from long battles fought with the self, which finally reached surrender and acceptance. So many white flags have been raised when it would have been easier to bear a sword. It is so many things. But ultimately, it is the shift from fear to love. Oh, love, that feeling now that the universe has got your back, that your world takes care of you, that even amidst the darkest night, the sun will rise again. Hope, it is that too. That feeling inside that everything will be all right on the night, will turn out okay in the end. That bigger and better is just around the corner waiting for you. There is so much that you have transcended. Vice grips of energy, tower moments that shook your foundations, steadfastness and solitude, resilience in the face of adversity. Yes, we have learned to control our states, balance our environments, stand resolute when all those around us cowered in fear. We did not succumb. We held on to faith and began honing our skills. And through it all, we held out our hand in service, in fellowship, as students and as teachers. We humbled ourselves time and time again so that we may know the awesome blessing of peace that comes of a tamed ego, of a loving, open heart that truly feels no judgment. Now and in the months and years to come, we set out on our next mission. We are ready to step forth as the field-seasoned, fully awakened, brilliantly burning souls that stand here today. For now is the time of the fully actualized human. Today marks the birth of the sacred union between the higher and lower, the inner and outer, and the divine masculine and feminine within. Through the union of sacred fire and water, we now stand firmly on the ground, yet equally in the ether. The whispers on the wind now can be heard. We begin to pull down into the material through action that which may not yet have a name. For today marks the unveiling of a whole new set of eyes and ears with which to hear. Do not be afraid if over the course of the next weeks and months you begin to understand and view the totality of life from an entirely fresh perspective. As we meld and merge with the spectrum of masculine and feminine within, call home our lost soul parts and integrate them within our new refined templates. As we heal ancestral bloodline wounds that have plagued us for eons, do not question, do not doubt the monumental miracles that begin to take place in your life. And do not, my friends, shift your focus and gaze away from the tender justice that is being served within your reality, within its warm embrace. For you have earned its receipt. It is your time. Just as it is also the time for ending. And everything outside that circle will do its best to entrance you in the foggy haze of past hurts, conflict, hate, and fear. Just as a newborn baby must be shielded and coddled and loved on, so too must you take care with your new form, your new perspective. For we must not turn to crumbling foundation and wells run dry for shelter and nourishment. We must instead gather together and harvest our raw materials for solid starts born from the tiniest seed. We must stoke our fires and nurture our freshly born systems and routines. For now is the time for sowing the seeds of love. Now is the time to set the trend, not follow it. To start the line, not fall into it. To release and purge when all those about you begin to hoard and consume with abandon. So that lighter and brighter we can grab the waves of repackaged and recalibrated archetypal energies that have begun to grow. Now is the time to collate and flow with the cascade of energies which will be turning directly towards us and offering their blueprint, lending it to action. Now is the time to forgive when all others hold grudges. Now is the time to beat in rhythm to the new heart of the new earth. Can you feel it beating in your chest? Can you stay with it regardless of the storm that rages beyond? For you are the calm in the chaos, the stillness that catches the whisper of the higher heart. You are tuning it in. Do you hear it? Can you sense it? Electric and buzzing all around. Tune out the static. Can you see it? Our home. It is always right now. And here we are together. One family of fractaled, shimmering light, but one nonetheless, gathered round our ring of fire in the sacred twilight. Yes, there is something about eclipse season that draws us deep down into the knowingness of our divinity, of the first fire that burns within and without and beyond. Something that honors the power of the shifting seasons and the forces of nature. There is an energy that stirs, a momentum that begins to roll.
Just wanted to say I love ya. Scully loves ya. Bye.